If I had to choose one word to describe the convention, I would probably say unforgettable.
I would describe the RNC in one word as being inspiring.
Impactful.
Chaotic.
Wild.
Historic.
My initial reaction first walking into the convention hall was just awe. I was astounded, and it kind of hit in that moment the gravity of where I was and what I would be experiencing in the week to come.
When I first walked into the convention hall, I was taken back by actually how large it was. It actually kind of gave me a sense of pride to be an American. That is part of our democratic process that not a lot of people get to see up close.
Well, the role that I played for the RNC was helping facilitate getting the students placed with CNN to work as runners and also coordinate for the housing for the students to spend their time at the convention.
I was a runner for CNN, primarily CNN Espanol all week. For me, that looked a lot like going and grabbing different guests, getting them credentials, bringing them back to the booth where they were shooting. Multiple times it was carrying 7 or 8 dinners to and from people.
I worked with CNN International and CNN Espanol at night. So with CNN International, I was able to escort as well as assist the team with Christiana Monfort's show and Hala Garani's show.
I got to work at the double-decker, which was actually inside the convention hall. And at that one, we got to block out a show and bring talent to that show. And that was actually where Anderson Cooper and Wolf Blitzer were doing their show from. So it was really cool to get to see them in their element, and I actually got to sit on set with Wolf Blitzer, which was probably my favorite memory from it. So outside of working for CNN, we were producing packages for Fox 8, and we were writing stories for the High Point Enterprise for them to run in their student editorial section.
The atmosphere in the house was constant movement. We had 2 crews of students that were working at different times of the day. So when we would get back to the house after the morning crew into the early afternoon, we would be working on projects while the other group was trying to sleep because they were going to have to go into work later on that evening. A dozen students crammed into a 3-bedroom house. It was chaotic.
Most of us just slept kind of like in the same room, so whenever we'd be going to sleep, they'd be waking up to go to work, and that was kind of interesting to deal with, getting enough sleep.
And gratefully accept your nomination for the President of the United States.
The biggest speech that I saw was Donald Trump. Being able to watch him go on stage and state his policies, and then the balloon drop was just incredible.
Getting to hear his speech and be in there for it and seeing how the crowd reacted was absolutely unreal.
I also heard Trump's acceptance speech for nomination, which was incredible to be there while that was happening.
From my time at the RNC, I don't think I'll ever forget the end of Trump's speech when the balloons finally dropped, when everyone started cheering, because it was just kind of a nice way to think about what had happened over the past week and to watch history.
I would absolutely recommend students in the future to go to a convention. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You're literally seeing history happen.
It's something that you will never forget seeing and being a part of.
I recommend it for anyone interested in communications or poli-sci, just because it's just such an amazing opportunity that's not offered every year. And when you have those kind of opportunities, you just have to grab them.
The ability to take students to the conventions was what we live for. I mean, it was experiential learning at its finest. The ability for the students to see the professionals doing the jobs that they someday hope to have when they graduate, and to know that High Point was helping make that happen, it was a pretty neat experience.